Hey, what's up? It's Jackie, the vegan marketer from Influential Vegan, and today I want to share with you an important concept about traffic that is undertold, it is underspread, and that is to your detriment, right? And what that is not the idea of traffic temperature, which is cold, warm, and hot. While that is extremely important and relevant too, this is something that is equally, if not more important, and is not shared as often. And what that is this idea of owning your traffic versus renting and buying your traffic. Okay, so let me explain. So you're awesome, you build this awesome offer, you have this awesome product, this message that you want to share with people. But the thing is, people don't just flock to you as soon as you create this product, because that would be a really, really good problem, but it doesn't happen like that. So what ends up happening is that we have to look for the different places that the type of people that resonate with you, that resonate with your products, with your value that you have to offer, and you have to be in front of them. You have to get their attention and say, hey, look at my product. This is pretty cool. This is something you might like. Okay? But the thing is, there's only a few ways that you're actually able to do this, especially if you're just beginning, and even if you're later in your journey of having an audience. It's still really important to understand this concept, right? And what that is nowadays, you can either post on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, right? But then you can also pay for ads to get your message, your offer, your product in front of them, in front of the people that might be interested in what you have to say. But the problem with that is you don't want to have to pay Mark Zuckerberg or Google or whoever else money every time you want to put your offer in front of someone. It doesn't make a lot of sense if you know you're gonna be doing this long term, you're gonna be doing this over, your lifetime, over your entire career, for you to always be reliant on having to put money in to get people to see your product, to see your offer, to see your service. So I feel like I can illustrate this best with an example, with a little story. So you can imagine you are this awesome person, you have these great ideas, this awesome product, this awesome service, right? And you like going to cafes, because at these cafes, your type of people are there. The type of people that like what you have to say, that resonate with you, they're at these cafes, right? They're at Cafe YouTube, Cafe Facebook, Cafe Instagram. And you have to pay to get into these cafes. You have to pay to get into Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Well, I guess you don't have to pay to get in, but to go into the VIP section where your people are at, where you want to be in, you have to pay. You have to pay $5, $10, $20, however much. So you go into YouTube or to Cafe YouTube or Cafe Instagram, let's say, and you pay $20 to get into the VIP section. And in the VIP section, you meet all these awesome people. You have an awesome connection. You resonate with each other. You have a blast of a conversation. And you decide to exchange information to continue your conversation later, because you guys really enjoyed each other's company. You enjoyed each other's thoughts and what you guys had to offer to each other. So it doesn't make sense for you then to, after getting this contact information, to not contact them and hit them up and continue your conversation. But that's exactly what a lot of people do, a lot of influencers do. Because at these cafes, right, there's a couple of different ways that you can go about building connection. And that's what this whole idea of marketing is, of building an audience is building as many connections as you can and being able to talk to them, being someone of significance to them so that they can hear what you have to say. So at Cafe Instagram, there's a couple of different ways that you could go about this, right? So it's one, you go to the VIP section, you meet these awesome people, and every time you go to the VIP section, you're able to share something that's awesome and cool, and everyone's like, whoa, you're awesome. You should come more. You should share more stuff. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna share more stuff at Cafe YouTube. That's my spot. But the thing is, you don't want to have to be able, you don't want to have to pay to go to Cafe YouTube, to the VIP section, every time you want to share something cool. That doesn't make a lot of sense when you can, once you're there, get everyone's message everyone's contact information, make a group chat, and every time you have something of value to offer, you can just be like, hey guys, check this out. This is really cool. You might like this. Some people might not respond. Others will be like, whoa, you're blowing my mind. That's awesome. Glad you came into my life, right? And that is the scenario that you want to be in. Because when you have their contact information, when you have the group information, you're able to say, not only are you able to drop knowledge whenever you want, you don't have to pay Cafe YouTube or Cafe Instagram or Cafe Facebook every time you want to say something. You're able just to drop it in the group chat. You can also say, hey, I'm going to be at Cafe YouTube today at 2 p.m. or Cafe Instagram at 9, right? Whatever. But the thing is, a lot of people, what they're doing nowadays is just being dependent at these cafes. And they're building an audience, right? Or they want to build an audience, but they're only wanting to do it in the context of the VIP section. So they're only able to share their message when they're there, when they've paid, when other people are also there. So you can see why that's flawed, because at any time, Cafe YouTube could say, hey, Jackie, we don't like you anymore. We don't want you coming into the VIP section, so sorry, right? And if you don't have the contact information of those people who were already there, that already like you, that's gonna be a problem for you, because it's like, damn, I worked so hard to build these relationships, and then Cafe YouTube's telling me I can't go with you anymore. You know, I can't go there. So how are you gonna let those people know that you're gonna be at Cafe Instagram, or that you're gonna meet up at the park, or whatever else, right? And this is the idea of owning your traffic versus renting your traffic. When you rent your traffic, you have to go to the platforms. You have to go to each cafe, and you have to pay to be able to get in. And that's not even considering the fact that you have to also be interesting, that you also have to be of value to other people, that they even want to hear you. But the idea of owning your traffic is building this giant group chat where everybody likes you, everybody wanted to be in, and you're able to communicate to them whenever you want. Because again, it might sound a little ridiculous, but you know, Cafe Instagram could close at any minute. They could tell you that we don't like you anymore, we don't want you here. Then what? And that is the problem of being dependent on renting and buying your traffic. And why owning your traffic is the asset of the internet, why it's the asset of marketing. Because when you do this, you're able to, again, do all the cool things that I told you about without the bad things that I mentioned could happen. You don't have to pay to talk to these people that already like you. It doesn't make sense to pay to talk to people that already know who you are, that like you. Just exchange numbers, right? So that is the big idea of owning traffic versus buying traffic. So you want to, ultimately, you're going to have to buy traffic, right? You might go to the Cafe YouTube and just be really cool in the regular section, you know, not the VIP section. And, you know, people start talking about you. People start saying, wow, that's really cool. So then the people in the VIP section actually start looking into you too. But you don't want to have to rely on that. You don't want to have to be platform dependent. And how you don't become platform dependent is by, whoa, excuse me. That was powerful. But the way you do that is by building an email list, right? An email list is the asset of the internet. It's the asset of marketing, and it's something I highly encourage you to start building. But it also doesn't make sense to have an email list and then just, you know, build this giant group chat, but never say anything. Or only say something when you need something, when you want them to buy something. So that is not a very good approach either. That's better than the other one, but ultimately what you want to try to do is you want to go to the different cafes, you want to go to these different platforms, meet as many cool people, share as much value as you can, so people are like, whoa, Jackie, that's cool, let's connect outside of YouTube, outside of Instagram, outside of Facebook. So that way you build this giant list, you build this list of people that like who you are, that resonate with you, and then every now and then, or frequently even, you drop, you know, value to them. They're like, whoa, man, I love being in your group chat. It's cool. Adds value to my day. And then every now and then you could be like, oh, hey, here's this really cool thing that I like and I want to share with you. And by the way, I'm selling this thing. If you like it, you probably would. check it out. That's how you should go about doing it, right? That's the ultimate goal. But what you see a lot of people doing is, you know, getting all that list and then being like, you know, crickets for like weeks or months, and then be like, hey guys, by the way, here's this group chat, and you know, or here's this offer that I'm selling you right now, even though I haven't talked to you in months, but check it out because I want you to buy it. You know, that is what people is doing, or what people are doing, and that's a little ridiculous. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do that at all, okay? So I think I nailed this concept pretty well. If you think I did, if you got some value out of this, which I know you did, if you're paying attention, if your story made sense, then like the video, subscribe for more content like this, and share this with someone who also needs to understand this, who needs to learn the difference from renting and buying traffic. And when they bought that traffic, or sorry, no, my bad, between renting and owning the traffic. And if they own that traffic, to treat that traffic well. Because if they don't, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? So with that, like the video, share this with people, have a beautiful day, and if you watch this far, I appreciate you because there's not a lot of people that watch all the way to the end, even though you can probably see the bars, only a few minutes left, or a few seconds left. So with that, I appreciate you again, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon.